there was a break in transmission. I have to relog in again. So this will be part B for the people on Facebook. Instagram was still on, but Facebook went off because of network issue. So if you're on Facebook, we'll be waiting for you to join again. For those that joined before the network begin to misbehave. I'm still on the same topic. What do you see in Nigeria today? What do you see in Nigeria today? What do you see in Nigeria today? You know, life is so interesting because of the way we grow, the way we metamorphosize, and the way we change, the way we respond to our environment, such that sometimes people complain about some things, and the same thing some people are complaining about is what some people are interested in. Because those interested in it have developed a mindset to fix that challenge and move on despite the challenge. And those that keep complaining will keep complaining. They will keep complaining. So, like for example, in Nigeria, there's so many products interested for export, but we don't see them. For example, waste, paper waste, nylon waste, plastic waste, can waste, organic waste. We see them as waste and we waste the waste. We see them as waste and we waste the waste. Some other people see them as wealth and they convert the waste to wealth. Some other people see them as wealth and they convert the waste to wealth. What is the difference between those that see it as waste and those that see it as wealth? The difference is in what they've learned, what they've known, what they can do. The difference is in what they've learned, what they've known, and what they can do. That is the difference. That is the difference. That is the difference. We are a product of what we know. We are a product of what we know. We are practically a product of what we know. What we know determines what we see. What we see determines what we do. What we do determines what our life becomes. So if I want my life to turn right, I want to see opportunities, I learn. When I learn, I know. When I know, I see. When I see, I do. When I do, I get results. You know, there are some people who are even supposed to be Christian, who are supposed to live by faith, believing God. But sometimes it's so interesting that the only thing they see is challenges. And I'm not discounting the fact that there are challenges in Nigeria. I'm not discounting the fact that there are issues and that there are issues that government must fix. I'm only saying, in spite of the issues and challenges, what effort are you making to still be able to create value and thrive in the environment? In spite of the issues and challenges. Because some other people are able to do it. That means you've got no excuse. Because some other people are able to do it, you've got no excuse. So what am I saying basically? What do you see in Nigeria today? Some have chosen to see unemployment, and that is true. Unemployment is real. NBS data shows that to us clearly. Some people have chosen to see poverty, and poverty is true. Poverty is well in Nigeria. In fact, some people have described Nigeria as the poverty capital of the world. That is a fact. But you can still choose what you want to see. Some are chosen to see frustration everywhere because of unemployment, frustration everywhere because of lack of job, frustration everywhere because of lack of money. But you still have a choice of what you want to see. What do you see in Nigeria today? What do you see in Nigeria today? I have chosen to see opportunities in Nigeria. Every time I see opportunities in Nigeria, only for export. So when I see a new product, the next thing I'm thinking is, how do we ship this out? How do we show the world that Nigeria is doing great in the production of goods and services? How do we express our excitement about what is happening in Nigeria to the world? That's the only thing that goes on in my head. Why? What I've decided to see. What I've decided to see. What I have decided to see. What I have decided to see. What have you decided to see? What have you decided to see? I have chosen to see opportunities in our population. You know, when you go to a place like Oshodi in Nigeria, a place like Idumota, a place like Alaba, all these big markets, whenever you go there, what do you see there? You see population. When a foreigner come in and look at Nigeria, do you know what they see? They don't see population, though. They see a market. Someone said, where does one get loan with reasonable interest rates? Are you talking about loan for export or general loan? If it's general loan, there are so many people giving loan nowadays. I mean, not to advertise people here, but there are so many other companies giving loan. RAS English, send me a DM. I can send you some organization, financial institution, fintech organization that are giving loan. As long as the loan is going to be used for a business that you are already doing. If you are using it for a business you have not done, many will not be interested. If it's loan for export, do you currently export? If you don't currently export, I'm sorry, many of them will not be interested. It's only government that can give a grant on that. Maybe you can check Empower and the like if you are still within the range of people that can get Empower. But without that, I'm not sure any organization will want to give you a loan unless you the only way you can benefit if you are working in an organization and you want to export and you are looking for loan, because you are working in an organization, some people can give you a loan and you can use it for whatever you want to use it for. That's another way you can get that loan. That's another way you can get that loan. Besides that, you might not be able to get the loan, but that should not stop you. If you have listened to my series, this series, RAS English, I will recommend you listen to the part 1 to part 8 of this series. I spoke a lot about passion, I spoke a lot about skill, and I spoke a lot about other type of money. So RAS English, if you need a loan, what I think you need first is not loan, is competence. If you are competent in what you do and you do it very well and you know exactly what you want to do on export and you can demonstrate that value to people through credibility, through character, through competence and companion, which are intangible money, I dare say you can attract tangible money for your export project. I dare say you can. If you do your own work and you can get people to believe you by showing competence and credibility, I assure you, if you do seek for companion, you will get that loan. I can assure you. Just in case you are not able to get loan from organizations who give loan. But like I said, if you are working in an organization today and you can actually apply for loan and to be given to you by some of the financial institutions because they are looking for who to give loan to. Anyway. All right, let me continue my thought. We were discussing opportunities in our population. That in our population alone, if the only thing you are seeing in our population is challenges, sorry, so sorry, you will not see any other better thing. I'm saying, given the same challenges, you can see better opportunities, not challenges. Because you have a choice to see what you want to see. You have a choice not to allow the challenges in the environment to kill your dream. You have a choice. You have a choice. You have a choice. Do you see opportunities in our population? That's what foreigners see that made them to come into Nigeria. Do you see opportunities in farming? Huge, huge opportunities in farming. Let me tell you why many people are interested in farming, especially in West Africa. Africa has great population, young population. Africa have fertile lands, especially sub-Saharan Africa, with very good rainfall. Besides that, Africa has climate to cultivate a number of products that will be in high demand in future. And I use the word will be in high demand in future. I use the word will be in high demand in future. Africa have that population, that climate rather, to grow that kind of product that will be in high demand in future. Because of this opportunity that Africans have, a lot of foreigners are coming into Africa to cultivate some of these products. To cultivate some of these products. They are seeing opportunities that we are not seeing. Why? Because they are seeing the opportunity that we are not seeing. Because knowledge that they have, because of the knowledge that they possess, because of the knowledge that they have, because of the knowledge that they possess. Look at what is happening in our world so you can see the opportunity I'm talking about. Our world today is full of a huge challenge, and the challenge is basically because of climate change. The challenge is basically because of climate change. Because of the challenges of climate change, because of the challenges of depreciating environment, because of the challenges of greenhouse, of global warming, because of the challenges of rising sea level, because of the challenges of environmental sustainability, people are coming together in the world and saying we must stop this nonsense, we must fight this. We must begin to use products, we must begin to use energy, we must begin to use chemicals that are biodegradable, biologically based, and recyclable. That is a big issue in our world today. I know what that is causing. That is causing people to do more research. And alternative way of using what we use. So, for example, when you think of soya beans, you think of soya beans as something you use for food, for milk, for food fat soya, for soya products just to consume by animal and humans. You are making a big mistake. Soya beans have components that can be used to produce rubber. So we can have a biodegradable rubber. Soya beans have components that can be used to produce fiber. So we can have a biodegradable fiber. Soya beans have components that can be used to produce coatings so that we can have a biodegradable paint. Soya beans have components that can be used to produce plastic so we can have a biodegradable plastic. Soya beans have components that can be used to produce lubricant so we can have biodegradable lubricant. Soya beans have components that can be used to produce adhesive so you can have biodegradable adhesive. Soya beans have components to produce so many other products. You know what it's doing for our world? It's making our world to redefine, to seriously redefine the whole essence of raw materials. It's making our world to begin to redefine, to seriously redefine obsolescence of raw materials. We should become more responsible. We should become more responsible. We should become more responsible in the way we treat our environment. In the way we treat our environment. If this is anything to go by, we will have to spend more energy researching, looking for ways to use plant-based materials to replace most things that we use in our world today. That research is ongoing. Is what they are doing a lot in terms of that research right now. That research is ongoing seriously. So that means that we need to take agriculture more seriously, especially in Africa, where we have a lot of climate supporting, a lot of products that have industrial uses. How do you explain the fact that cocoa is going to soon be out of fashion? 2050 projection, if the global warming persists, and the chocolate making company is funding a research in the US to produce a new seedlings and variant of chocolate, of cocoa, so that they will sell it to us in export, and we will now export cocoa beans to them to sustain their business, but to create business also. How do you explain that? That's the situation we find ourselves in Africa. Those are the things we are not doing correctly and doing right. Those are some of the challenges we are faced with right now. What am I trying to say in essence? I'm basically trying to say that our world, we have challenges, big challenges in our world, and that this challenge is, people are providing solutions day by day, and one of the areas of the world where some of the things that will be used to solve those problems will be found, will be grown, is Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa. Therefore, we must take agri seriously. What do you see in Nigeria today? Do you see opportunities in agriculture? Not just for food, not just for food, not just for food, not just for food. Do you see opportunities in agriculture? Not just for food, not just for food, not just for food, but opportunities in agriculture to be able to use it for industrial purposes. Because when we think of agriculture in Nigeria, we only think of food, feeding our people, which is good, which is great. Do you know the market of soya beans is over $50 billion? And when I was reading it to let you know the multiple uses and the fact that it's a replacement for hydrocarbon. $50 billion. That is what people are willing to pay right now to buy just one product, to buy just one commodity. That is what people are willing to pay right now. The question to you today is this: what do you see in Nigeria today? That's the question I've come to ask this morning. That is the question I have come to ask this morning. What are you seeing in Nigeria? Remember the progression. What you see is a function of what you know. What you know is a function of what you have learned and understood well. So if you learn well enough, you will see. When you see, you will do. When you learn well enough, you get to know. Because you know, you see opportunities. Because you're able to see opportunities, you're able to solve problems in our environment. So when you learn, you will see opportunities in Nigeria. So you know why you're not seeing opportunities in Nigeria? You have not learned enough. You're not seeing opportunities in the population. You have not learned enough. You're not seeing opportunities in the agri space. You have not learned enough. You're not seeing opportunities in solid minerals. You are not learning enough. You're not seeing opportunities in our population. You are not learning enough. And I'm saying those should be our preoccupation, the things we should be interested in. What do you see in Nigeria today? I come to tell you today, look away from those frustrations. There's a huge opportunity for export in Nigeria. Asians are exploring it. How do you explain the fact that Asians are coming from environment where there is light, there is water, it is cold, there is road, there is everything they want. They come to an environment that is hot, there is no water, no light, no road, everything is in chaos, but they are still coming. They are not foolish. There is something they are seeing here. Not that they are happy being here. They are in the midst of insecurity. But they still want to come. Why? What they see. What they see. What they see. What they see. What do you see in Nigeria today? What do you see in Nigeria today? I have told you to see opportunities in farming. I have told you to see opportunities in mining. I have told you to see opportunities in population. You can also make that decision. But like I said, for you to make that decision, you need knowledge. You need to learn. When you learn, you acquire skill. With skill, you build competence. With competence, you solve problem. When you solve problem, you create value. And when you create value, you attract wealth. Thank you very much for listening again this morning. My name is Bamidele Ayemibo, and this is Import Export Platform on Facebook and Instagram. We come up every day, 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. every day, talking about international trade to be able to put information out there free of charge so you can take an informed decision and make Nigeria great once again. Have a good day at work and bye for now. See you in the evening.